What I do is like I'll there's a neutral, no, an external charged rod is kept nearby a conducting body with cavity. Neutral conducting body with cavity. What will happen here? There's no point charge in the cavity here. An external charged rod. There's a charged rod, no? What will happen here? Okay, let's do one thing. I'll start with point P. Then I'm interested in point P1 also. So what this, the net field at point P should be 0. I'll write it below. I'll look at point P1. I'll look at point P. The net field should be 0, no, inside the connector. If it is non-zero, anything will happen. Law of conservation of energy will get violated. This particular charge rod, in fact, will produce. It will produce field. So how much it will be? We don't tell. This. In what direction it will be? Towards right. Why no blue color? Okay, I'll use same thing. So we'll produce this field by EQ naught. That's all, no? This charger rod will produce field everywhere, even in cavity also. But let's see that one. Then O should counterbalance. So for that purpose, this charger rod will induce a charge on this one. So we'll get an induced charge like this. How much this induced charge? It need not be equal to, so Qi, I'll write it minus Qi here plus Qi. And what this will do is the resultant of these two field are such that EI will be opposite. So what happened to the net field here at point P will become 0. So the Gauss law will become valid. If the field is non-zero, then the free electrons present here will experience a net force. Then they'll start moving in one specific net direction. There'll be net flow of charge, current will flow, heat will be generated. Law of conservation get violated. So that the charge rod will produce field here, whereas the induced charge, what is this EI? Is it produced by only minus QI? No, the resultant. This minus QI and plus QI will see that the field produced at point P will be towards right. Both these two charges will produce. Am I right? Hence the net field has become 0. What about here? Yes, again, you do one thing. Due to this Q naught, it will have some value. The resultant of these two charges will produce field opposite to what field produced by this. Again, the net field will become 0. Means at this point, in what direction the field, this charge rod produces here, equivalent opposite direction, the charge on the outer surface of a conductor will produce, so that the net field will become 0 inside the conductor. Clear this? Okay, what about the cavity now? Yes, same thing inside the cavity also. This charge rod will produce a field here. The charge produced on this will produce field in this direction. So net field here inside the cavity will be 0. So if any charged body present here will not experience any force, because the field here is 0, because this will not have any influence on the cavity. I'll bring the next arrows. So this will be due to charged rod. Okay, what we have to write it, the conditions we have to write it as, this is due to EQ naught. I'll better write this as a dash. What is the net field strength at point P1? Again, it will be 0. You check it. The net field strength at point P1 will be 0. So now look at the cavity. If at all any charge is present here, will not experience any force. No. So what this cavity now? Shall we say it will become like electrostatic shielding? So what to do now? Like a who will shield this particular conductor? This iron conductor. What happened? What about thickness? Irrespective of thickness, just like suppose say if you have any body and if you want to protect it from external fields, what you should do? Just put that inside the cavity. If you keep any point charge, it will not experience any force due to this charge dot. Because what field the charge dot produces, equal and opposite will be produced by this charge on outer surface. The net field inside the cavity will be 0. So therefore, now what is the cavity? Cavity will become independent of the external fields. So this will become electrostatic shielding. So what is the conclusion I'm making? The net field inside the cavity is 0. The cavity behaves acts as a electrostatic shield. What do you mean by shield? I don't want influence of external field. So what I should do? Just put that in cavity. Suppose I'm very sensitive to electrostatic fields. Tell me where I should go. I'll go and sit inside the cavity. I'll go and put inside the cavity. That's why you see when we launch satellites, no, we do wind up with some aluminum sheets. Why? Because I don't want any influence of any action, because they're very sensitive devices are there. That's why we've wrapped them before launching any manufacturing that one. So how to produce electrostatic field means there's a method. So not only shape, any arbitrary shape it can be. Here, this one. Suppose there's a conductor. And this is the, okay, yeah, different colors, no? No, what is this? This is a conductor. So look at the cavity now. It can be of any shape. Yeah, it's better. So here now, I'll keep one charger dot. Then I'll keep one point charge. Here there's a charge plus Q1. This will be minus Q2. Here I'll bring one charge ring plus Q3. What about the field strength at point P? Will be 0. Means this will not produce any field. Yes, they'll produce, but the net field will be 0 because here this will induce charges. So Q1 minus Q1, also it will induce charge. This will also induce charge. This will also induce charge. The resultant field produced by all these charge bodies at point P will be equivalent opposite to charge produced by the body on outer surface. No charge on inner surface of cavity. I'm making things clear. There don't be any induced charge on inner surface of cavity. The point P will become now the electrostatic, so like the cavity will become electrostatic shield. Any doubts if you have, you can clarify. This is about the theoretical background. Still, we didn't enter numerical. Even we didn't enter numerical. This is about only the induced charge, everything.